spent 3 years in solitary confinement in the USA. Solitary confinement is a form of sensory deprivation, in that your perception shrinks to the dimensions of the space and sensations of confinement. Visual, auditory, olfactory, tactile, and even the sense of taste are dramatically deprived and constricted. Almost immediately upon being tossed into isolation, though many people may not recognize it for what it is, you begin to suffer from a form of sensory withdrawal. Soon you begin to crave the broader liberty you've lost, even the limited freedom of a prison's environment, the ability to move about and interact with other human beings. Such a radical deprivation of sensory perceptions has a numbing effect. You feel stunned. Removed from the distractions and diversions of the broader context, the mind is suddenly forced to confront itself. You begin to hear yourself think. When the mind is withdrawn from the experience of perceiving and interacting with the complex activities of the broader environment, it's forced to switch to perceptions from within itself and draw upon self-consciousness as well as the subconscious. Sudden subjection to solitary confinement is a painful and dreaded experience because it's human nature to seek pleasure and avoid pain. We have a tendency to withdraw from the physical and take refuge into the psychological. Different people will have different reactions to this phenomenon, but most will indulge in various memories and forms of fancy. Alongside memories of good times comes those of sad and bad times. It's my opinion that all prisoners deep inside have a poor self-image. In solitary confinement, that fact becomes acutely self-evident, or at least it did in my case. I suffered profound feelings of guilt and shame for past actions and inactions. Hot on the heels of regret came recrimination. Again, it is our nature to seek pleasure and avoid pain. We tend to escape from over-awareness of our faults and foibles by turning to fancy. Over time, days, weeks, months, years, imagination can verge on, and in many cases into hallucination. The next stage is often psychosis, an irreparable psychological damage. Research has shown an irrefutable link between solitary confinement and mental deterioration. Solitary confinement is a form of mental and physical torture. Reams of research on this aspect can be found by Googling. I was able to survive it, as well as I did by reading. I read a small library of paperback psychology, yoga, meditation, self-hypnosis, and self-help books that I call rah-rah-rah books. I'm getting better and better every day. Better and better in every way, rah-rah-rah. I think that most damaged by solitary confinement are the ones who try to outrun the ghosts and goblins of their past, but are caught and overwhelmed. I chased mine down and dealt with them. I developed a form of meditative self-analysis that included self-induced age regression. I did so in order to exhume repressed memories of childhood traumas. At age 6, sitting between two separating parents asking me to choose which one I wanted to live with. Being sexually molested at 7. Witnessing my father beat and stomp my mother before kindergarten, etc. I was an exception to the rule. I came out better than I went in. Finally. It should be said that the continual existence of solitary confinement in our prisons is akin to allowing a smear of feces to stain every amendment to the US Constitution. It makes us brethren of every nation are hypocritical politicians called violators of human rights. And to a more enlightened posterity, it will leave us draped in shame. Thank you.